Good morning, Tim.
Morning, how's everyone doing?
Good, thank you.
Good.
Hi, everyone. It's 9 o'clock. If we're waiting for a few more people for Jill and Karen.
Jill will not be joining us now.
Okay, and we think we're waiting for Karen.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure where she's at. I just resent her the link, so.
Okay. Well, we don't have a jam-packed day, so I'll give it a few minutes if everyone's okay with that. Is the 72 number, your number, Jeff, is that you too dialed in?
Nope, that's not my number.
Okay, I was wondering if maybe it was Karen or who it is.
Am I on here? Yeah. That may be Mr. Carter and stuff for the consent agenda item and stuff. Cami can verify that.
All right, well, we've got Ginny. You people feel good about getting started, and hopefully Karen will be able to connect. Yeah. Okay. All right, well, good morning, everyone. My name is Nell Wareham, and welcome to the 23rd Mineland Reclamation Board hearing. Pretty straightforward agenda today, so welcome change after the last couple months here, getting back into the swing of things. All right, attendance wise, I saw Forrest, Jill is not joining us. John Singletary, Lauren Duncan, myself, and Tim Mock are all here. We will see if Karen gets dialed in. She's trying to get connected, hopefully. So with that, I'd ask for a motion for the approval of the August 2020 summary of minutes.
So move.
John Singletary, second.
Second.
Second from Tim. Those in favor, please signify by saying aye or raising your hand.
Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. All right, hearing none. August 2020 minutes is approved. Moving on, approval of continuances and withdrawals. We did not have any continuances, but you'll notice that what was originally item 6 on the agenda has been withdrawn. Mountain Coal Company. Chuck, do we need to take any action on that besides just acknowledging, or do we?
I think you can just go ahead and have
Okay.
it approved as normal. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. And then how about an executive director's office and division office report?
Good morning, Madam Chair, members of the board, Director Brandon. Tim Mock, Deputy Director for the Department of Natural Resources. A couple things here to report on. The September 2020 economic forecast was issued on last Friday. General fund outlook improved somewhat over the June forecast. The trajectory of the economic recovery moved forward, albeit unevenly across industries and sectors, but the overall budget situation remains challenging and highly uncertain. Severance tax projections also remain relatively stable for fiscal year 21 compared to the June forecast, 20.1 million versus 21.3 million. While this stability is welcome, the near-term concerns regarding the stability of the severance tax operational fund are unchanged. And in terms of DNR and our divisions, the Colorado Oil and Gas Conservation Commission continues the rulemaking this week by providing revised draft rules and presentation to the commission for the 200 and 600 series. They have had back-to-back meetings for the last couple of weeks and will continue to do so. And they are continue to meet over the Zoom platforms as well. Last week, we had the first meeting of the Colorado Geographic Naming Advisory Board. This was a board that was appointed or was created by executive order by Governor Polis. We actually had a geographic naming board, but it disbanded a few years ago. This board largely works with the U.S. Board of Geographic Names and makes recommendations to that organization on the names and name changes for geographic features and natural features that belong on maps. We know that there are 17 names now pending before the U.S. Board of Geographic Names for here in Colorado, and we will begin working through that list. And then finally, I want to take a moment here and introduce a member of the DNR team, Alice Cosgrove. She is our legislative liaison. Normally, we would probably prefer to give you an update sooner than we are right now. Alice, however, joined us right at the onset of the legislative year, or the 2020 legislative session. And to say that she hit the ground running is a gross understatement, and then had to deal with COVID. That said, she has been a fantastic and very valuable member of our staff, and we appreciate the opportunity to work with her. And so I just want to turn it over to Alice for just a brief introduction here herself, and take it away, Alice.
Thank you so much for your kind words. So again, Alice Cosgrove, I joined the department in December of last year. Before that, I spent about 5 months working at COGCC with Ginny, sort of helping around some of the Senate Bill 19181 sort of policy changes. So as Tim said, my job is to work with the legislature, so to represent all of the divisions, answer legislative questions. Sometimes we'll get pinged on commission and board, actions and meetings and things like that. So I'm always a resource here. And also, one of my main jobs is to promote any of our agency legislative priorities going forward. So, this year we're working on developing those for the January session. Before coming to Colorado, I worked at the White House for about 6.5 years under the previous administration, and also did some time at the State Department working on public-private partnerships. So I've been in Colorado since December of 2018.
Cool, thanks, Alice. And then just as a matter of protocol here, I know our board members have a lot of conversations with members of the legislature in regards to any of our legislative proposals or priorities or anything that might affect DNR. If you wouldn't mind keeping Alice apprised of some of those conversations, and she's more than happy to also to work with this board in any way going forward. So we really appreciate, again, Alice coming on board and look forward to working with her. And that concludes my report.
Thank you. It's nice to meet you, Alice.
Nice to meet you all.
All right. Jenny, do you have a report?
Hi, morning. Jenny Brandon for the division. Sorry I was a couple minutes late. I was chasing the wrong link there. So anyway, one of the main things that's happened is on a matter that you all heard was the cessation order at the West Elk Coal Mine in Gunnison County. That cessation order does remain in place pursuant to the doing away with the North Fork exception to the Colorado roadless rule. However, we did issue a minor revision allowing for some very limited disturbance of 2 acres to build 2 pads and drilled methane boreholes in panel 3 on an existing road. No new roads will be built. That all of those prohibitions remain in place, but this did fall under what we thought was an exception to the Colorado roadless rule, and also the Forest Service in considerable detail let us know that they thought it was, and they are the implement industry, and we do usually give deference, in fact always give deference to the federal implementing agency. So we did that, but again, the cessation order does remain in place along with all of its provisions. It's just about 2 acres and a couple of pads, and then the ability to access existing pads, but that doesn't really require new disturbance. So that's really all I have for the division.
Thanks. Russ, did you have anything? Nope, you're good. Karen, I just wanted to say hi. We saw that you joined. So, okay, so just a quick overview of the agenda. We've got one item on the consent agenda, and then we'll need to make a motion to discuss confidential NOI for item number 5.
Hey, Nell,
Yes.
real quick, could we do a roll call? Because I
Sure.
have a phone number on here that I'm not sure who it is. So I just want to make sure we get everybody on.
Absolutely. Yeah. So do you just want me to go around the grid here from how I see people, or
Sure.
just want to ask who people are? I mean, I see all of our board staff, and I guess I would just want to know, there's 2 phone numbers here, maybe if folks could identify themselves if they do not have their names on the screen.
Good morning, everyone. This is Lauren Duncan. I am also the 276-3889. I'm everywhere.
Got it. So then the number ending in 6466.
I believe that's Jared or Ebert.
That's
Yeah.
muted.
Oh, well,
Oh,
it's my,
maybe not.
it's my number. Well, I guess not. Sorry.
That's not you, Karen. Okay.
I had a heck of a time getting in, and we tried that with one of the numbers, but okay, I'm in. So that's
You're in. Is that possibly your number 2?
No, that's not her number.
Okay. And I do see Jeff Carter as well. So,
no, not me.
okay. So whoever is on, hello.
This is Jared Ebert with the RMS. I'm the phone number ending in 6466.
Hi, Jared. Thank you. All right. Is that good
Hello.
for you there, Cami?
Yep.
Okay.
That's what I needed.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
No, that's great. Thanks for letting me know. Okay, so we do have an item here on the consent agenda. I did note that we have the operator on the line here. You know, normally we don't need to have a presentation or anything, but noting that you are on the line, was there any questions from the board? Did the operator or the division have anything they wanted to say in this matter?
No, this is Russ Means, and we've worked with the operator to get some things squared away. We appreciate Mr. Carter's cooperation in that. So that's why this is on consent agenda as opposed to a full hearing and that. But Mr. Carter's been quite helpful in getting things moving forward and stuff in a right direction.
Wonderful. And anything from the operator or any questions from the board on this matter? Hearing none. So typically we wouldn't need to do a vote or anything on this. Is that correct, Chuck, since it's on the consent agenda already?
You would just kind of a motion to approve the consent agenda is normally what we do. So.
Okay, sounds good. All right. So do we have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved. This is Forrest.
Forrest, do we have a second?
Second.
Second from John. Any
Yep.
discussion from anyone? We certainly appreciate hearing that everything was cooperative and seems to be going as planned, so thank you. Okay, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, sign. Okay, hearing none, the consent agenda passes. Thank you. Okay, so the next item, because it is a confidential NOI, I will need a motion to enter into executive session. Cami, I didn't see a phone number sent along, but maybe I missed it in the emails. Did you send something to anybody, or how do we want to do this?
So what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to, I'm going to go ahead and take us off of YouTube once you guys actually go, right before you go into executive session, kind of like we did last time. Russ is going to go ahead and record it. So that's kind of where we're at. We're going to have to ask Mr. Carter to leave, though.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
Yep.
Yes, yeah, I like that better. I think it helps to be able to see people rather than being on the phone and getting cut off when we're having discussions. So that works
Exactly.
well. Okay, so we'll do that. We'll have someone make a motion to enter into executive session, and then we'll just kind of give some pause time so that Cami and Russ can get the proper technology in place. So do I have a motion from anyone?
Motion to adjourn into executive session.
Yeah. Do you need me to read more of it, Chuck?
Yeah, we'll have to unfortunately say the magic words. Tim, do you have access to the motion? Let me just find it. I can tell you what page it's on.
It's on page 22.
On page 22. Okay. I move the board enter an executive session for the purpose of discussing matters required to be kept confidential pursuant to Colorado Revised Statutes Section 246402, parent 3, parent A, parent 3, pertaining to construction materials exploration notices, which are required to be kept confidential under Colorado Revised Statutes Section 3432.5, 113, parent 3.
Thank you, Tim. Do I have a second?
This is
Second.
Lauren, I second.
Any discussion? Okay, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay, so let the minutes reflect that there was a minimum of 2/3 of the entire board voting in favor. And at this point, we're going to go off of YouTube Live and that version of the recording. And Russ, you can tell us when you're ready.
Give me just a second, guys.